when you guys see this stuff showing you we came near $2 trillion mark in the crypto space, that's an achievement the market has gained. And this is happening when the BTC dominance is going down. What does that actually mean? What do you see there? Right? Now tell me, what do you really understand from that? Because for me, I would say that we told this that the April is going to be an altcoin session. And altcoins are moving pretty well. If you look at the market, you will understand how Bitcoin is reacting to this market right now. And the market is staying in green. Now, look at how many coins have pumped in last 24 hours. Not that 50-100% gain, but sufficient gain, showing you that your position will, as we just getting started. Right, we are just getting started at this point and the market is highlighting you. So hope you listened to this video and you didn't miss points highlighted in that one, so that you're enjoying the rides in many of these assets. Right, so this April is starting and the altcoin session is moving together. If you are prepared for the next wave of new dollar inflow to the market in this April, that's gonna be changing a lot of stuff in your portfolio. Now look at the BTC dominance. Once we go through the BTC dominance and compare it with the altcoin market, it gives you a taste of what's going to happen soon. Here, the altcoin market cap suggests that it should be moving 10 to 40% to the upside in the next leg up and then become euphoric. That's a chance. So are you ready for such a euphoric crypto market ride? Are you already positioned yourself before the breakout? If so, you are an investor. If you are following, chasing the price, trying to make the profits, you are trying to be a trader, which involves ton of risks, and it completely depends on your risk tolerance. If you have such a high risk tolerance, it's fine. But now we'll have to go through and detail some of the charts, representations from the market, the language of technical analysis, and then look at the fundamentals. What does the fundamental show you? How is this changing? Because I completely agree with Benjamin on this one. If you are in crypto now, you will remember this for the rest of your life. If you are going to make a ton of money, you're going to remember that. Even if you lose that opportunity, the opportunity cost will be with you till the end. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. Now, I want to take you guys through a comparison of Bitcoin and XRP. Now, this is on a monthly, so it gives you kind of a little bit more clear picture by reducing the noise. So before we actually jump into that, look at this Bitcoin dominance. How does it represent what's happening in the market? It wicked lower till here. And it went back and closed there. So how many of you think it's gonna be bullish? And how many of you guys think it's gonna come down? In my opinion, we're gonna retest somewhere similar to this particular touch of the wick. Here, if you saw this one, you broke below this support. Now you went a long way down, then you came back there and closed. But slowly after that, you reached close to that particular low, right? You consolidated there and eventually broke to the downside. Again, as you broke to the downside, you made this long wick. Now the chances are high that you're going to retest this bottom. So if BDC dominance is going to go down, what are you anticipating? That means the alts market is going to pump. When alts are going to take off, the broken line here, if you are looking at that and measuring the move here, it's like around 40%. But the wick of this particular candle gives you that 15% pump to the upside. The possibility of altcoins moving 50% altogether in couple of days is still there. The MACD is bouncing from the rising trend line support. As it bounces, it's crossing to the upside. Remember, this is not happening in the negative territory. It's happening in the positive territory, and it's moving towards the oversold area when the RSI is entering the oversold area. That is showing you that if you compare it, as you were entering to the oversold area, you were breaking out, right? Look at the same stuff here. You're breaking out, you're entering to the overbought session. Now, from there, the price went high. We are looking something similar. The price should move higher. Now, what does that actually mean for XRP? XRP is within this pattern. We are waiting for a breakout. Now, this is a daily in which you can see the highs are reducing, right? The highs which making each time is kind of lower high. And, the positive stuff here is that the lows are high. Then you look at the RSI, you see the pattern. Now the pattern is showing you it's creating a rounded bottom there and you're near the resistance. So if you are to be rejected or you are to break this one, which I anticipate we are going to break this one, and as we break, we're going to move much higher. And for that one, you have to look at, the monthly, weekly chart and then compare it. Say on a weekly, this is the pattern which you see, right? You're closing in, we had a checkmate pattern, then we bounced to the upside. We reached that resistance line, we consolidated within that trend. Now we are slowly moving to that resistance. Now what if that resistance is going to be broken this time, right? And you are not positioned inside that. If you are not, then chances are you're going to regret once we reach $1 or $1.8 mark, because there would be profit taking around $1.2, $1.8, $3, depending upon, majority of the individuals. But yeah, looking at the orders and targets, we can see these two areas are going to be critical. Near $1.2, near $1.7, $1.8, there would be profit takings. And when guys are taking profits, as I highlighted in this particular video, you shouldn't be surprised. Oh guys, I just missed that one. Because once you look at the big picture, you are looking at this. If this pattern is to play out, we are to move like this, $1, $1.8. That gives you the sense, right? The long term, the holistic picture here for XRP price action. If you're reaching there, that's showing you a rounded bottom, which is similar to, what Cardano did, which is similar to what Ether did. Just we are a little bit slow. Now, how can you kind of, say XRP is not moving and XRP is to move? Because I personally think it has happened in the past, and usually the history rhymes. Even if it doesn't repeat itself, it does rhyme. And that's how those who make money learn from history and implement those strategies to make money. Now, if you look at this phase, you can actually see the top here was same for XRP and BTC, or at least same month, right? This is a monthly chart. Now, you look at this one, you can again see that, yes, the top was similar. Now, where are we right now? Bitcoin is nearing its top or moving towards the top. Now, as you see small consolidations and corrections in the BTC market, you should look at what was happening here. You had one here, just above the all-time high, which you got here for a long time. That's fine. Then you're getting the next stuff just before the blow of the top here, and we are kind of somewhere near, right? So if that blow of the top comes, Bitcoin may move to 70,000, 75,000, 80,000. I'm not sure about the $300,000 to $500,000 mark, but yeah, there can be a blow off the top, which would be the third wave to the upside inside this market cycle. And what is the time consumed, right? The time consumed here in this cycle is like 1,500 days, close to that. Here, if we put that number and look at how much has been done, it's around 1,200 days, 1,200 days near. Now, what is remaining? It's like 275 days. So that means last bull market was like 306 days and we reached that top along with the BTC, but the ROI for XRP was way higher than BTC. Now, imagine the bottom of Bitcoin, this market cycle was around $3,000 and that's right now at 60. Closer to 60,000, right? Now, if it's moving to 80,000, 85,000, that's like 30,000, 3,000 was the bottom and you reached 80,000, 85,000 at the top. Then, look at XRP, where it bottomed. It bottomed at 0.11 at the wick, the low point of this cycle, which happened to be, it's a coincidence or technical. You can see it was similar to what happened previously, which before we pumped this particular blow off the top. Now, to look at that one, you need to understand on a monthly, this was your first wave, which was really small, which retested the previous resistance lines like this. It didn't happen to cross this one. Now, look at this one. It didn't happen to cross this one. It retested these two. It closed there before these massive pumps. Was 300 days? You have 275 days remaining. So if that doesn't show you a bullish sign where the volume is increasing and you're seeing a lot of market participants entering the game, I don't know what else to say for you guys. But always remember, when you are looking at the charts and seeing stuff like these, you shouldn't neglect this, because these are the opportunities which you're going to get once in 3 years, 4-year time frame. Now, this would be the second wave. When this happens, remember, market cycle usually gets 3 waves. BTC right now is on the 4th wave. If I'm wrong, I'm fine, because I would be making tons on XRP and other crypto assets, altcoins, which we are riding, which is kind of giving us our targets on a regular basis. We're hitting those points, right? These same analysis for different assets, we are doing that regularly in the Patreon, and we have tons of members making money. We are kind of, killing it. In that aspect, when you are looking at the entire crypto market, yes, if you can spread through at least 5 to 8 different assets, it's going to be fine. You're going to do well. Now, if you are an XRP investor, jumping in completely in XRP, that's fine. You just need patience. And as time goes, you are going to get your profits which you waited and accumulated for, because accumulation is the phase where you buy in early before others come in, and that means you're early, you're wise, but you need patience. To be that wise guy to make the highest ROI, you need to be in here at the bottom. Now, even if you are buying here, it's somewhere similar to this particular breakout, right? So that would give you that ROI which you're anticipating. Now, yeah, there would be guys saying, no, we are only going to go to $3, we are only going to go to $5, $10. Now, that depends upon how you view the market. But if you are looking at the market, trying to plot the history again, at least you're trying to, plot different tools in the technical analysis. You're going to understand these monthly candles shows you the direction. We closed above the 50-day moving average. Now we are moving up. The last month closed in green. Remember, that's a monthly candle doing this, and if this month we are going to cross that 0.7 mark, that's a continuation signal which point us towards the target which I showed you on a weekly. That's $1.8. So by that time, the price would get euphoric, because the altcoin market would be performing well and Bitcoin dominance would be moving down. That means money would be flowing from Bitcoin towards altcoins. Now, the technicals does sound strong. It kind of shows you that, yeah, we have 4,000 different assets, but we are gonna reach tops for different assets, not necessarily 4,000 of them, maybe 1,000 of them, with hundreds of them having the proper liquidity. If you're entering into something, look at the liquidity. If you're buying, you see profits in your portfolio, say 10x, 50x, 100x, and if you're not able to withdraw that one, there is no benefit in just watching your numbers drain. So you need to be on the right asset in the right time. If you definitely need these kind of updates for your portfolio with various different crypto assets or even commodities and other stuffs, you can look at the Patreon. The link is given in the description below. Now, let's jump into the technical side of this one, right? We actually saw the technicals, and now from that one, we understand, okay, money is moving into the market. Okay, what's happening? Literally, the financial year closed and the new financial year started here. Institutions and, giants in the markets are reallocating their money for next 1 year. When the market cycle is going to show you that we are entering into wave 2 for many different assets, wave 3 for some assets. So that means some of them are going to be peaking in a couple of months, whereas others are just starting their huge pump, right? This has to be considered. When I say this, you do have to understand there were assets which were going to the upside when the entire crypto market was going to the downside, right? Say NX, say Link, If you look at last couple of years, you'll understand when majority were going to the downside, they were pumping. So that also means the possibility that those kind of coins can go down when the entire market is pumping to the upside. So keep track of your assets in your portfolio in a manner that you are not going to lose. Now, Michael sent this one out, and it clearly shows you, it kind of gives you that ability to understand the central banks are really moving into this one. As we look at the ISO 20022 and the payments sector moving, this reinforces the need of payment infrastructure, and that's what we are talking about in the cross-border. In order to execute a cross-border transaction, we know what issues are being faced right now and the solutions brought in by the fintechs. Now, looking at Federal Reserve, ECB, this Caribbean central bank, and all of them, when they enter into the central bank digital currency with a new infrastructure, they definitely need an intermediary. Now, that intermediary should not be directly involving in the cash management. Instead, it should act as a neutral bridge so that the currency conversion can happen swiftly without much of a cost and energy consumption. Now, why do I highlight energy consumption? Because I kind of see this as when they highlight this is true. Now, when you go below this, I actually saw one of a comment which we went through previously from Deutsche Bank. When they compared Ripple, they compared Visa, MasterCard, Facebook, all the other stuff, and Ripple is like 100,000 times better than others. So if you are comparing with Bitcoin, you don't even have a comparison there. Yeah? Who would even compare based on the energy consumption per transaction? Now, yeah, there would be Bitcoin maxis who would just say, no, you just use the solar energy, you just use the any type of renewable source. Does it actually make sound when the UN has their 2030 agenda? And right now, the agenda 2021 is moving, and we are moving all the way towards 2030. So in the next 10 years, that's not going to be there mostly. The chances are high that the energy consumption would be so high and the governments would be going against it. So pre-mined would be the way to go ahead. If you are ready for that, you should understand, yes, you are being prepared with your portfolio. Now, we have to look forward to this one. Brad Garlinghouse is waiting for Gary to give him a confirmation that they're going to have a conversation. And I'm not sure how this is going to end, but I'm pretty sure that the side of Ripple, the company, is so strong during this time because the court is moving ahead with that lawsuit, and it's now letting the XRP holders involved in this one. Now, chances are high that if the judge accepts that letter, then, it's going to be like XRP holders would be there inside the case, and one side, when we were having a discussion with my Diamond Plus member yesterday, he was pointing this one out, and I'm like, yeah, that's true. Meaning, Ripple, the company, would be on one side, SEC standing against them, SEC saying Ripple sold unregistered securities. Now, XRP holders would be standing there and saying, no, I didn't bought XRP from Ripple, the company. I just bought XRP from exchanges. And I'm using for these purposes. Say these are my use cases. So I'm using it as a means of exchange. So that kind of, puts SEC into an area where it's really difficult to answer the questions asked by a judge to give that clarity, right? If they are talking about Bitcoin, Ether, and comparing it with here, that's a huge difference from their end. So do understand the fundamentals and how it is evolving when the ton of money is coming in to this market at a time when we are entering the altcoin season, and this time it's the wave 2 of altcoin season. That's really important to understand because in wave 1, yeah, it's fine, you drop like this. Now if you understand wave 2, it's so huge. Now I think I really have a comparison here which I would decrease. Now look at this, we are here. Now what are you looking at? Say in a Bitcoin Dominance 2, I would like to show you that if we are to pump like crazy, what would be happening? I would take you to this monthly chart of altcoin and show you this. What do you see here? The altcoin cap is pumping high. it would get corrected and then pump the next wave. And how would it look like? The first one is like this, just above the all-time highs, a little bit of slowdown, and then boom. You saw that? Now we are just above that all-time high and we are not slowing down yet. So we may have that 10, 20, 30% pump and then slow down before the next wave up. So when that next wave happens, do keep this in mind. I'll just delete this one so it's clear for you guys. Then I'll take you onto a monthly chart of Bitcoin dominance to show you what it really means. Okay, I'll delete all of this stuff and then understand this is the small drop we are talking about. The real altcoin season happens like this. Bitcoin drops one, boom, and the second day. So you are looking at something huge which hasn't hit the market yet, and looking at the RSI, you are kind of understanding that, okay, this is here and it's gonna happen soon. The RSI kind of crossed to the downside, came back, retested, and got rejected. MACD is crossing to the downside, it came back, retested, and got rejected. That for me is a red flag. For those who are in BTC, those who are in alts, this is going to be epic. This is going to be an epic run to the upside. I've been highlighting this, say a week ago I told you this. Last video I told you this, and that's literally what we are going to see in the near future. If you are ready with your portfolio, enjoy your profits. If you like the video, please do hit that like and subscribe button. That helps the channel. If you would like to get similar updates for your portfolio, different assets, different asset classes, you can look at the Patreon. The link is given in the description below. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.